Hey everyone, it's your boy Mel, and today I have a new video, just a quick video showing you guys how to install a dryer receptacle, a dryer plug. This is my new laundry room that I've made upstairs, and I'm going to be installing this new dryer outlet to plug it in. It's a 220 volt line plug. It's an electric dryer. So I already ran the cable. This is a 10 gauge cable, alright, 10-3 cable. Because it's a 220 volt line, we need two hot wires, so that's why I have it 10-3 wire here. It's going straight to my panel, and I'm going to be installing a circuit breaker, a 30 amp breaker to this wire, and that's what's going to provide the power for the new dryer. Okay, so now this is what the back of the outlet looks like. Alright, this is the outlet right here, the front. Okay, you can mount it several positions depending on how you want your wire to run. The way I'm putting mine is I'm going to be putting this part on this side so that my wire, the plug, is going to go sideways like that and not down towards my water valves here. Okay, so the back looks like this. It has 4 terminals built in, 4 screws, because this wire does have 4 wires in it. So 2 hot wires, 1 neutral, and 1 bare ground copper wire, and that's for the ground, the green screw. The 2 gold or brass is for our hot wires, and the silver one here is for a neutral wire. Basically, we have to strip them, put them inside these holes here, and tighten up these screws, and that's it. It's fairly simple. Alright, so right now there's no power here. Make sure if you have a live circuit, make sure you always turn off your power, and be careful with that, and always have a electrical tester. Make sure you check that before, even if you turn off the breaker. Sometimes you don't know which breaker it is and it's the wrong one. But right now I have no power because this wire is brand new. It's not connected in the panel yet. It's just coiled up in there, so there's no power here right now, so I'm safe to work. So yeah, just a heads up. So let's go ahead and strip this wire, and we'll connect it in and put the box in. One more thing I forgot to mention is when you buy this at this hardware store, make sure you get the right one, because they sell several kinds. One is for the stove, and that has a different configuration for the plug here. It looks a little different, the prongs are a little different, so the dryer is also different. So make sure you get the right one, and make sure you, whenever you're buying them, they're not mixed up in the boxes, because a lot of times I find when people look at it in the store and they just put in the wrong box, and then you come home and realize, oh, I got the wrong one. So make sure you double check. Alright, so yeah, just wanted to let you know. Alright, so first thing you want to do is, I might have a lot of slack here, so I'm just going to leave that for now, and I'm just going to strip what I need. So just take a utility knife, alright, and be careful with this. Just got to strip off the sheathing. So I need roughly about from there. So pull out the cable. So just go lightly, don't go too deep. Otherwise you might end up going into the cable. Once you have it nicked, it'll rip up fairly easily, so just like that. Okay, you can cut the rest off. So like I said, there's 4 wires in here, okay? The black, the red, the white, and the bare ground copper wire, this one here, okay? So I'm just gonna roughly put it in there and see how I want it. Okay, I can probably cut some of it off. We're gonna ground this to the box first, the ground wire. I'll show you how to do that. Alright, so take out the copper wire, okay, out of the bunch. There's a screw inside right there, and that's what we're gonna loop this around first, okay? So I'm just gonna take my needle nose pliers. Just gonna unscrew that a little bit. Perfect. Make sure you go clockwise, otherwise when you're turning the screw you're going to loosen it up instead of tightening. So just wrap it once, tighten that screw. Now your box is grounded as well. Alright, so that's that. Now let's cut this off shorter. It's good to leave some slack inside, not too much, not too less. Just the right amount, just in case you ever need to change out the plug. Something happens to the outlet, it burns out. So you have some slack with wire to work with instead of after running and pulling new cable. Alright, so it's gonna go like this. The ground wires here. Alright. I'm gonna cut these there. That's good. Now I'm gonna get my wire stripper and use the 10 gauge hole here and strip these. There might be sometimes these have a wire strip gauge, so it tells you the amount, the length you need, but I guess this one doesn't. I would say about 3/4 of an inch. Okay, so there, let's try that. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now this has you can use a Robertson Phillips bit or a square bit. I'm going to use my square here. So let's put the ground in first. So the ground wire goes in and you simply tighten up that screw. Make sure it's not just snug and tight, and don't over tighten it because you might break it. Next I'm gonna go with the neutral. Just gonna get it around everything. So the silver screw is the neutral, and it actually says here white, so you don't get confused in Y and X. So green for the ground. Okay. Okay, so let's tighten the neutral here. It's good, tight. Now this really doesn't matter what's what because they're both hot, so it doesn't matter where the black goes or the red goes, to be honest. Just make sure the wire is pushed in. Okay, now the last one. Okay, nice and tight. Just double check all your connections. That looks good to me. Now, I like to tape my connections usually, just to be safe. You don't have to, but you don't want any of these terminals touching the box and causing a problem, so I just like to tape these up so these don't have any chance of getting into contact. Just one strip of electrical tape is fine, just like that. Okay, now we want to just kind of route the cable inside the box. So we're gonna go, my box is going like this, I know that, so all I'm gonna do is gonna bend the cables that way so that they fit inside the box. Just okay, you want to make sure they're out of the way. Sometimes this part can be a little tricky, but you'll get it. Alright, so just like that. I should have taken this screw out. So just kind of pull it back out, check in there. I'll just loosen this up as well, make it easier. Loosen it up so don't damage your drywall too much. Okay, just square it up. As you can see, I left my cutout hole a little bit too big. That's why you might be able to see there's a little gap at the bottom, but that's fine. It's very less. It's not going to affect anything. Okay, let me just get a couple more screws and finish that off. Alright, so I got the other two screws. I'm just going to screw them in. Alright, that's it. So that looks good. And yeah, a little gap, I can just put some silicone in there and fill that up. But yeah, otherwise it's all good. It's all ready for the outlet to be connected, and we're good to go. So hopefully this helps you guys, and thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video if this helped you out. Leave a comment below if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Take care, guys.